What it do? Dream Team, it's your boy D Neil back with another reaction video, guys. Here we are back with Sadhguru. What is God? Before we dive into this, make sure y'all subscribe, ring the notification bell, get a video a thumbs up. Let's find out.
The soul is sacred for people. The body is filthy. How is it possible? Yes? That's what we've been doing, isn't it so? Saying God is sacred, creation is filthy. How is it possible? The very thought of God occurred to you only because you saw creation, isn't it? When you were born and you opened your eyes, you looked around, so much creation. Before you came here, so much has happened. Obviously, you did not create it. So you thought, there must be a creator. This is how you come to the creator, isn't it? The moment you thought there must be a creator, because you're in a human form, you thought it must be a big man.
Bro, he's not lying. He's not lying, because you look around, I feel like, at the world around you and how everything works in perfect harmony and how life can exist and all of this, and you do think like there must be a creator. That is absolute facts, dog.
You thought it must be a big man.
Facts. And you know it can't be, you figure it can't be human because you're human and couldn't fathom creating anything to the extent of this. So there has to be someone who created all of this, someone who created us, someone who created everything.
A small man like me cannot do all this. It must be a big man. Just 2 hands, how can it do so much creation? Must be 8 hands. Isn't it? Isn't it so? If you were a buffalo, you would be really thinking, God is a huge buffalo.
True.
Isn't it
true?
So?
True.
Yes or no? You go and ask a buffalo and see. A buffalo will insist, God is a huge buffalo. Maybe 4 horns. You know Idi Amin? You heard of Idi Amin? The Uganda man? Idi Amin declared, God is black. I agree with him. If a white man can have a white God, why can't a black man have a black God? But both those people are confused. We know God is brown.
I was legit just having this discussion with my girlfriend the other day. This same discussion. I was just like, in my head, I was like, do you think like God like appears to people how they see him? Do you feel me? Like where you got so many people, like I believe in Christianity, but you got so many people believe in a white God, but then people like, no, that doesn't make sense. God is brown, no, God is black, God is a woman. God, I'm like, do you like, maybe God is something that we can't legit like fathom what exactly God is. If he looks like, it says we were made in the image of God, so he's gotta look like us, right? But how can he look like all of us? And how do we know it's a he? You know what I'm saying? Like, God is God a he? Is God a being? Right? Is he that supernatural being? Is you just can't fathom it. And so I was like legit in my head, like I feel like God could be all these things to different people. Like, okay, maybe if you believe he's a black guy, maybe he is a black guy. If you believe he's a white guy, maybe he is a white guy. You believe he's brown, orange, red. Maybe that's, if you believe he's a woman, maybe that's how God shows up to you. Like, I was legit asking myself these things, and I was legit discussing them, like, because, I don't know. I think that the thought of God, while I do believe, is just, my brain can't understand. It can't fathom. I think God is too, I don't know, too big for me to fathom. everything. It just I wouldn't be able to contain it. So I like that Sadhguru said this.
We know God is brown. Because he visited us, Some time ago, I was talking to a group of people in Nashville, in Tennessee, and I was telling them a joke. In the joke, I just referred to God as Him. Immediately a few ladies stood up. Do you believe God is a man? I knew where it's going. I said, see…
I told you. I'm telling you, dog.
See, I'm only telling you a joke. It doesn't matter. You said Him. Do you believe God is a man? They take the jokes very seriously. Now women are arguing, God could be a woman. Such problems exist only in those cultures. In India, we have man God, we have woman God, we have cow God, we have monkey God, we have everything. Every kind, crawling one, creeping one, flying one. Because we foresaw all the problems of the future.
I like Sadhguru.
See, when man was the most powerful force on the planet, man was naturally God. Now women are also gaining in their power, so women are questioning, why can't it be a woman? So tomorrow suppose dogs gain lot of power which they're gaining, so dogs will ask, why not a dog god? Actually the spelling also is close,
Yeah, God backwards, dog. But I completely understand what he's saying. Because like I said, this was the discussion. These were things that go on inside of my brain, so I completely understand.
He seemed to be closer than you, isn't it? So your idea of God is just an exaggerated version of yourself, isn't it? Your idea of God is just an exaggerated version of yourself. See, you are still not able to define yourself, isn't it? Whatever definition you put on yourself is not correct. Any kind of definition you put on you, it is not enough to describe this one. When this small piece of creation is like this, the source of creation, how are you going to put a definition on it? You cannot define it, you cannot understand it, you can only dissolve into it. You can experience it, you can never know it, you can't make knowledge out of it. Whatever knowledge you have about God is just pure nonsense, cultural nonsense. Depending upon which kind of culture you are in, that kind of God you have, isn't it? It can only be experienced. Experience does not mean you can eat it or you can grasp it. No, you can experience only by dissolving in it. There is no other way. I love that. So, we are just looking for methods of dissolution so that we can experience something far bigger than ourselves.
I absolutely love that Sadhguru said that, and I completely believe, because I've always questioned, I'm like if I was born somewhere else, I'd probably believe in a different God. And so, because most depending on your culture, depending on where you're born, depending on your region, kind of all things that play into the fact of what you believe in. But I was like, I don't believe like I'm right and all the other people who believe in other things are wrong. Like, I believe they could be right too. Like, I believe we could all be praying to the same people or person or being or whatever it is, creator, whatever it is. We're just all interpreting them in a different way. You feel me? But I do believe that, like, we're all just praying to something bigger than ours. I guess, like Sadhguru said, I guess he broke it down, but we're all just praying and wanting to believe in something that's bigger than ourselves. I guess that's the best way to put it. I absolutely love that. Absolutely love that. That's all I have. Make sure y'all subscribe, ring notification bell, get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. It's your boy D Deal. Out.